On the night that Jesus was betrayed, right? The night before he goes to the cross, uh, Jesus is having a Passover meal with his disciples. It's an interesting thing to look at Jesus and to look how he walks through this, how he navigates this last day, knowing that it's going to be his last day. How does he navigate this? He's about to experience something that's going to be excruciating. The Romans, they knew how to hurt people. Like they knew how to hurt people. And so the death on the cross was incredibly agonizing. So how does Jesus approach this? How does he walk towards this? Well, if we look at chapter 13 of John, the book of John, chapter 13, verse 1, it says this. Now before the feast of the Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour had come to depart out of this world to the Father, having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. So he continued to love them to the end. During supper, when the devil had already put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him. So Judas is a traitor here, right? Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from God and was going back to God, rose from supper. He laid aside his outer garment, and taking a towel, tied it around his waist. Then he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and to wipe them with the towel that was wrapped around him. Jesus serves his disciples, even the one that is going to betray him. He continues to love them and love them deeply. The old saying goes, if you were told you had 24 hours to live, what would you do? Right? And we come all, I drive a fast car. I would go do this. I would go do that. I'd eat a bacon double cheeseburger, like whatever. What would you do if you knew you only had 24 hours to live? Jesus knew he had only 24 hours to live. He knew this was his last day, and he chose to wash the disciples' feet. He chose to serve them. He chose to love them. It's a powerful lesson there for us in these days. What will you choose to do? Choose love. Always choose love.